This presentation will highlight the transmission system of a vehicle. Let's dive in. Let's begin with its definition. It starts with bullet number 1. It is said that a car transmission is a system that transfers power from the engine to the wheels, allowing the vehicle to change speeds and move efficiently. Meaning to say, it is said that the transmission system of a vehicle is one of the systems that distributes power to the wheels. Then, next is, it adjusts the engine's output to provide the right amount of power for different driving conditions. As if the logic when we were driving, the speed of the vehicle depends on certain circumstances, and that's where the transmission comes in. Proceeding to the function. According to Google, its function is to simply deliver power from engine to wheels, and it changes the gears according to your desired speed. And by doing this, it keeps the fuel consumption lower. Now, on its purpose. According to Google again, it transfers the power from engine to the wheels, resulting to smooth and efficient movement of our vehicle. So, it allows the driver to shift into different gear ratios depending on the road conditions and especially the speed. Thank you.
History of a transmission system. In late 19th century, the first automobiles like the Benz patent motor wagon in 1886 used simple manual transmissions with direct drive. This early system often had a single speed and required manual shifting. In the early 20th century, constant mesh gearbox introduced in the 1900s. This system allowed for smoother gear changes by keeping gears constantly engaged, making manual shifting easier. In the mid-20th century, a Hydramatic transmission developed by General Motors in 1940. The Hydramatic was one of the first mass-produced automatic transmissions, offering drivers a more convenient driving experience without manual shifting. In the late 20th century, overdrive, introduced in the 1970s. Overdrive gears allowed for more efficient highway driving, improving fuel economy. Electric control. The late 1980s saw the integration of electronic controls in automatic transmission, enabling adaptive shifting based on driving conditions.
CVT technology. CVTs, which use a belt and pulley system for seamless gear change, gain popularity for their ability to optimize engine performance and fuel efficiency. Widespread adoption. Many manufacturers, especially in the compact of hybrid segment, adopted CVTs for their smooth operation and improved fuel economy. Dual clutch transmission or DCTs. DCTs offering faster gear shifts. DCTs have become popular in performance in luxury vehicle, combining the benefits of manual and automatic transmission. Electric and hybrid vehicle. With the rise of electric and hybrid vehicle, new transmission designs include single-speed transmission and specialized gear system are emerging to enhance efficiency. Smart transmission. The integration of advanced electronics and software in transmission system is leading to smarter and more adaptive performance. Sustainability. When it comes to sustainability, as the automotive industry shifts toward electrification, new transmission technologies will focus on more efficiency and sustainability, aligning with global environmental goals.
Today, we're going to discuss parts and functions of a transmission system. So there are upper parts and lower parts of a transmission system. So let's proceed to the upper parts first. Input gear driving or fourth gear. The input gear in a transmission's fourth gear transfers power from the engine, providing a direct drive for efficient speed maintenance in lower engine RPMs. It enhances fuel efficiency and manages torque smoothly, playing a vital role in overall vehicle performance. Next is synchronizer. Synchronizer allowing the transmission to shift seamlessly without excessive vibrations, noise, and wear. Next is the third gear driven. The third gear driven, this position is typically used for lower speeds and more gradual acceleration. Next is second gear driven. It is the gear you use when driving at a low speed. You will use this gear when driving driving in city traffic or slow moving traffic on the highway. Next is synchronized reverse driven car. One to two synchronizers in a transmission system, particularly in a manual gearbox, serves to smoothly engage the gears while preventing grinding or clashing. When reverse is engaged, the synchronizer performs the following functions. First gear driven. First gear driven is used when you're starting from a complete stop. Next is fifth gear driven. The fifth gear is an overdrive gear that makes the transmission output RPM higher than the engine input RPM. Output shaft. The output shaft connects the drive wheels to the automatic gearbox in your vehicle. Speedometer gear. Instrument that indicates the speed of a vehicle. Functions of the lower part of transmission system.
And this is the function of the lower parts of transmission system. The first one is input shaft. Input shaft is responsible for transmitting the engine's power to the gears in manual transmission vehicle. Input shaft gear drive. The input gear is essential for the effective operation of the transmission, enabling efficient power delivery and vehicle performance. The third one is second gear driving. In second gear, the transmission's lower parts optimize acceleration, increase torque, ensure smooth shifts, enables clutch engagement, and distribute power effectively, enhancing drivability and efficiency. Reverse idler gear. The reverse idler gear enables backward movements by changing rotation directions, transmitting power, providing a gear ratio for speed control, and ensuring stability. Reverse gear driving. The reverse gear enables backward movements by changing rotation directions, transferring power, managing speed, and ensuring smooth engagement. First gear driving. The first gear offers high torque for acceleration, low speed driving. Fifth gear driving. Fifth gear improves highway driving by enhancing fuel efficiency, enabling smooth high-speed travel. And the last part, fifth gear synchronizer. Fifth gear synchronizer. The fifth gear synchronizer aligns gear speed, prevents grinding, eases shifting, and manages torque for smooth operations. And that's
the part and functions of the transmission system. I hope you learned something. That's all. Goodbye. Thank you.
This is the basic component of a transmission system. Transmission system in engineering typically consists of the following components. Number 1. Input shaft. The shaft that receives power from the engine or power source. 2. Clutch. Engages and disengages the engine from the transmission, allowing for smooth gear changes. Number 3. Gearbox. Contains the gears that provides different gear ratios. It can be manual or automatic. Number 4. Output shaft. Transfers power from the gearbox to the drivetrain or wheels. Number 5. Differential. Allows for differences in wheel speed, especially important during turns. Number 6. Drive shaft. Transmits torque from the transmission to the differential. And lastly, number 7, mounts and housing. It supports and protects the components of the transmission system. These components work together to convert the engine's output into usable power for vehicle movement, ensuring efficiency and performance.
Transmission, also known as a gearboxes, help to direct the rotational force and speed of the car. Therefore, automatic transmission switch gear ratio as the vehicle moves. An automatic transmission uses a sensor that allows it to shift gears at the approximate time by using internal oil pressure. A continuous variable transmission, or CVT, does not make use of gear like a basic automatic transmission. Rather, it uses two pulleys linked by a belt. It's a bit like a snowmobile transmission. One pulley connects to the engine, the other one linked to the transmission. The belt transfers the power between them.
Manual transmission. Manual transmission is a common and popularly type of transmission that is used in a vehicle. In this system, the driver must select gears manually by operating the gear stick and clutch. The basic function of this transmission is to control the speed and torque of the vehicle in the different driving conditions.
The transmission of a car is a critical responsible for a transmitting power from the engine to the wheels to make them at once faster and slower. It consists of such key components as the transmission housing, input shaft, output shaft, gears, its clutch or torque converter. When a vehicle is turned on, the driver moves gear shifter and input shafts begins to rotate. In a manual transmission, the clutch pedal has to be pressed so that the engine will be disengaged for a short time. As the driver releases the clutch, his chosen gear engages, and unless something very radical happens, this will allow power from engine through transmission in a future to reach output shaft. As acceleration increases, the driver can change to higher gears for improved performance. In automatic transmissions, depend upon a speed and the degree of throttle being input by the driver. It automatically should be selecting most appropriate if you will call up mighty gear to pull up away. For instance, when a driver wants to move off at a traffic light, he gently places his foot on the clutch pedal, or if he is driving an automatic transmission car, shifts into position for drive, or D. When using first gear, he gradually takes up a clutch while giving a gas. This makes it possible that the vehicle can then move off in a smooth and even manner. To sum up, whether the vehicle transmission system critical for its operation at all times, increase smoothness and operability.
Our topic today is about transmission system. Transmission system involves the mechanics and components responsible for transmitting power from a source such as engine to another device like wheels or machinery. In the context of vehicles, the transmission system is critical for converting the power generated by the engine into torque and speed necessary for movements. It includes components like gears, shafts, clutch, and torque converters that work together to regulate power delivery efficiently.
Here are the things that you need to know about transmission. We all know that there are different designs or types of transmission, even the vehicle types. Now, what do I mean about that? Simple. The size and position of transmission affects the gravitational pull that the vehicle has. Also, it is necessary to make a better design. As engines are connected to it, we have to make sure that it was fitted and suitable for transmitting power to the wheel. Now, the tires. Some tires are made to adapt in any situation, rough roads, hills, or during winter. These tires provide grip, while the transmission system is essential for effectively transferring power to the engine to the wheel during acceleration, braking, and gear shift.